שמע ישראל, יהוא אלוהינו, יהוא אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
Shalom everyone, Chief Magician of Mystery Babylon here, and I wanted to do what I consider to be an extremely important video. This is a video unlike many of the other videos that I do. As many of you know, my entire channel is devoted to the very ancient esoteric Kabbalah. So this video is dealing with, I guess, what many would call conspiracy theories, but you know, I'm not a conspiracy theory guy. This is really conspiracy fact, okay? What you see here before you is a movie that came out in 2016 called Beta Test. Okay, this is a very important movie if we're going to understand the conspiracy fact here. Okay, so essentially, you know, within the very esoteric occult, there is something that is known as predictive programming, whereby which the elites will usually communicate their future plans through many forms of media that includes books, movies, TV, plays, etc. This is how the elite, you know, communicate their future plans, because, you know, there are spiritual contracts that are made in very high places, and it's just a very, you know, esoteric spiritual matter that, you know, if you're very highly initiated, you're very up in that realm, you understand these things. And there's many people that have, you know, correctly and very brilliantly shown predictive programming in action. I mean, there's many movies, TV shows that have predicted many of the things that we've seen over the past, you know, 50 years or so. So it's a very effective tool of the elite, you know, to use predictive programming. Now, recently, one of the biggest issues that is facing our country, the United States, is these mass shootings that keep, you know, that keep on occurring, you know, and, you know, it's just a matter of time before these mass shootings, you know, start to hit very close to home. You know, one of the recent mass shootings that happened in the U.S., you know, happened only about an hour away from where I live. You know, it's one of the biggest mass shootings within the past 2 weeks, you know, happened about an hour away from where I live. So this is a very major issue that our country is facing. And, you know, you have to understand that the elite that run our nation are extremely, extremely intelligent. These are not stupid people. These are people with some of the highest IQs, very, very intelligent, okay? And unfortunately, the vast majority of people in our nation are just really stupid and really ignorant, right? The masses, you know, by definition, are very stupid and very ignorant and are easily moved, easily manipulated, okay? The elites know this and they understand this very well. And, you know, essentially, the main plot of this movie is there are several elites that want to institute gun control. And the way by which they institute gun control is through mind control. So they perform mind control on several individuals to cause mass shootings in order to induce gun control. And so that's what's going on with these mass shootings. These mass shootings are deliberate and were purposefully crafted and designed by the shadow black elite that run our nation for the sheer purpose of you know, introducing massive gun control in this nation, okay? Which, as a true patriot of this nation, one must be very much against, okay? So that's the issue going on. The issue is it's not guns. It's not even really crazy people. It's that the elites are using very effective mind control to mind control several people to carry out these mass shootings. That's really what's going on. And I felt I had to do this video because I have not seen I know people that follow conspiracy theories and things like that, and I haven't seen really anyone point this out and cover this. And I may be the first person, covering this here. That the reality is that the elites, the elites in our country are using the mind control, MK Ultra, okay, to manipulate certain people to carry out these heinous mass shootings. Okay, all for the purposes of gun control. Okay, it's so obvious. Okay, the problem is the vast majority of Americans are really fucking stupid and really fucking ignorant and easily manipulated. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, and where does this occur? The vast majority of people that are easily manipulated, easily controlled, are those that live in the big cities. That is where most of the leftists reside, is in the big cities. Why? Well, if you're highly initiated, very highly initiated into magic, the occult, the Kabbalah, you'll understand why this is. Okay, I'll just give you one little interesting tidbit from my own life, is that when you see a city that has the worst crime, it's a telltale sign that you have powerful magicians inhabiting that city. Now, the most powerful black magicians in our country primarily reside in New York City, Chicago, and LA, right? These are the top three cities that have the most rampant crime. And it is because they are mostly run and controlled by the most powerful black magicians. Now, here in Chicago, where I have lived for many years, resides the most powerful black magician, okay, or one of the most powerful black magicians in the entire nation, resides here in Chicago. And there's another one in New York, okay? Now, because I'm a chief magician in Mystery Babylon, the city was spared, me living in the city, spared it of how badly the city could get, so to speak. And I recently moved out of the city, a couple of years ago or so. And the very moment that the chief magician of Mystery Babylon moved out of the city is when the city entered a new phase of just how horrible and bad the city got overall. The city took a really huge, nasty turn for the worst very soon after I left. That's the power that a holy magician has versus the power that a black magician has, right? But now that the chief magician of Mystery Babylon, okay, the chief holy magician of Israel, left Chicago, now Chicago is all hell has essentially broken loose in Chicago. If anyone who lives in the city or knows about the city, within the past few years, all hell has broken loose, and one of the primary reasons that I attribute that to is my departure from the city, or Mystery Babylon, so to speak. So anyways, send this message out. It needs to get out. People need to become aware that, the shadowy elite is producing these mass shootings for the purposes of gun control. I mean, it's really obvious to see. I mean, for anyone that has eyes to see, So I will conclude the video with that. Shalom. Wassalam.